All right, so I cut the whole wiper transmission out of it. Just trying to get things cleaned up a little bit. I started running the plasma cutter in here, trying to get some of this stuff. Again, I'm trying to leave this truck wiring, mechanically, everything, lines, as much as I can intact as possible. It's just going to save a lot of work in the end. I know it's a little more work right now, but you start unplugging stuff, forgetting where it goes, grounds, you know, lines, you got to bleed things out, yada, yada, yada. This plasma cutter, this I bought from Tractor Supply. So I bought a Snap-on one like 4 years ago. And on a Sunday morning, I decided I had to get a bus done. I had to put a floor in it. Started using the plasma cutter, and it kaputs on me. I'm like, are you kidding me? Snap-on guy doesn't come till Tuesday. I'm sure he doesn't carry parts on his truck. So I'm like, well, I'll zip down to Tractor Supply and see what they got. And I bought this plasma cutter. It was $1,000. It has a built-in compressor, which is pretty sweet. And it cuts just as good as that little Snap-on one. And you have to have the air compressor going for the other one. This one, it's all in one. The only thing I don't like about it, you can only cut for 10-20 seconds. It's got to cool off, which I think most plasma cutters are like that. But yeah, we're going to use this thing. So if you guys want a good plasma cutter for home use, I sent the Snap-on one out, I don't know, quite a while ago, and got it fixed, and I still haven't even used the Snap-on one. It's been sitting there fixed for at least 6-8 months. So there's Machi. So yeah, we're gonna put this thing to work. So if you guys want a plasma cutter for at home, or real industrial use, I mean, it's gonna work. So I got you sitting in a roll of tape on a sneaker on the front seat of this truck. So what I'm gonna do, right up in here, we got the hood cable. I'm just gonna cut out a little notch here so we can get that out of the way real quick. And then I'm just going to zip down this firewall a little ways. So that's what we're going to do right now. These plasma cutters, these cutters are super handy. There we go. There's that out of the way. So I got to be careful because there's wiring on the back side. There's a little bit of insulation here. We'll get some of that out of here. We just don't want to burn things up. Definitely don't want to do that today. So I'm just going to cut out, I'm going to come in here a couple inches and we're just going to zip some of this out. Now I'm going through 2 or 3 layers of steel here, so I don't know how this is going to cut. It does work pretty well on just sheet metal. But we're going to try cutting through a couple layers here, just see where it goes. We might have to take our time with this. Yeah, see, it automatically kicks off. So it kicked off, it's rebooting. Yeah, and this is cutting through here really slow. Maybe I'd be better off with the Sawzall, at least through some of this. Yeah, where is it? Maybe we'll do that real quick. We'll Sawzall some of this until we get back into the single layer of steel here. Yeah, the plasma cutter isn't very good for thicker steel, at least this one isn't, but it does, it's gotten me through. So let's just zip some of this with a Sawzall real quick. Just gotta watch out for all this wiring. we can take over with a plasma cutter. Hopefully you guys can still see. Yeah, looks like it. I have my garage destroyed. I cleaned it 2 weeks ago. I had it nice and clean. I was like, wow. Now, destroyed. You guys know how I worked a lot. You've been following me for a lot of years. You know I'm a slob when I'm working. Kicked off again. Let's let it boot back up. There. Come on. It doesn't help that I'm cutting on rusty steel either. Really, you're supposed to be cutting on cleaner steel, but it'll be all right. Almost. Go. So I'm probably cutting a little too much out of here. It's okay because we could take sheet metal and form and do what we got to do. It's just I'm going to need help picking this body up, and I don't want to get 2 or 3 people over here to help me pick this body up and then, oop, got to cut this, oop, got to cut that. And they're stuck being here for 2 hours while I'm trying to get stuff to fit. I'm just trying to get it so we can get a total of 4 of us, pick this up. Again, I'm going to cut it here. Pick this up and set it over onto this. And then I could send them home. And then I can keep going. I don't like to waste people's time. So that's kind of the plan. I figure I'll cut too much out of it. And then I could just, you know, I could form any of this. Whatever I got to do, I can just do it. But sometimes help is hard to come by at the spur of the moment. I started cutting out some of this. A problem you might run into here is this heater box. So I'm trying to keep it so we could keep heat. But unfortunately, believe it or not, that could be a problem right there. That could be a problem. And I really don't want to offset the body over to one side. So I don't know, maybe we're going to have to rip this whole entire heater box out of this. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to trim a whole, I mean, I could probably trim a little teeny bit of it off there, but I mean, that's the main squirrel cage in there. So I don't know what we're going to do with that yet, but just little things at a time. That's all I'm trying to do here. So I'm just kind of measuring as I go. So far, the top of the dash is about 1.5 inches narrower than that. So that's good. Even kept the sensor for the automatic lights. Hey, why not? So, all right, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to keep puttering off.